got blown out of proportion that they didn't want to hang out. And then
It really just got blown out of proportion, I think.
Everybody was trying to deflect, but it just kept spiraling. Some of the things that were said and expressed, I don't know if we ever come back from it.
One thing we've noticed about Cody's wives is, or ex-wives and his wife, is they've never agreed on anything, especially the OG3. And so for them to agree on something and to say something was blown out of proportion tells you that Robin is lying. And she's always been lying, but she never wants to take ownership of her lies, or she never wants to admit that she has lied. She always wants to come across as the victim, even if she refuses that she's not a victim. But anyway, hey there, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. We're finally at 1,000. Click the like button, turn on the notification bell for when I upload new videos, and definitely leave a comment. In this episode, I'll be reviewing Sister Wives, Season 18, Episode 17. Here we go. So Sister Wives picks up from the breakup of Cody and Meri, their conversation with Robin at Coyote Pass. And for me, I feel really sorry for Meri, but I think Meri grieved her relationship to Cody. She went through all the stages of grief, and finally she's at acceptance, whereby she doesn't care what happens anymore. She's moved on. She doesn't care what's happening with Cody. I know some of the wives were offended and were upset for Meri at the fact that although Cody was saying all the stuff in confessionals, he was telling his other wives everything, he wasn't, it appears, coming to Meri and telling her where he stood in regards to their relationship, which sort of left Meri in this place of, what do I do? And I think, as I've said all along, the main reason Meri stayed, I feel, is because of her child. She wanted to get a green light either from her child or Cody to say it's time for you to leave, and she would have left that marriage. And I think because she's someone who was brought up in a sort of cultish society whereby you are expected to, uphold your promise and your oath, this is why she stayed in this marriage. Yes, some of the wives are upset at the fact that Cody told, Robin in front of Meri, we made this covenant that if I wasn't in love with you, I would leave, I wouldn't be in a pathetic place. And it's like, you're saying all this in front of somebody who has sacrificed a lot for you, somebody who has, yes, Meri wasn't always the most easygoing person, but she provided financially for this family. She went to the extent of divorcing this man because she thought that would bring peace. I feel like she divorced Cody not because she wanted to leave Cody, but because she thought by divorcing him and giving him the one thing he wanted, he might come back to her. And sadly, that didn't make any difference at all. They talk about the fact that Cody is saying he's now more angry than he used to be because of, the fact that his family's broken down. And it's like, I don't think so. Even Robin crying and saying, he's trying to self-sabotage our relationship. No, Cody's crying because his finances are running dry. Janelle and Meri are gone, which were the worker horses who brought in the income. And because they're gone, they've gone with their finances, and he's got no way else of sort of claiming income from them. And which means he has to work to afford the lifestyle that Robin wants. And Robin was saying he's trying to self-sabotage our relationship and I have to stop him. Silly stuff as in what? She wouldn't give examples. I have a feeling they're fighting over money. Because Robin is used to a certain lifestyle, and sadly Cody can't keep up with it. And because he can't keep up with it, this is why they're fighting. They want to blame Christine, they want to blame everybody else as the reason why they're no longer a couple. I don't think that's the reason. I think it's the reason that they no longer have the finances coming from Meri and Janelle. We already know, or I think Cody's already upset with Meri, or the final nail in the coffin for why Cody didn't go back to Meri is because she kept her family home in her name and wouldn't give it to the Brown estate, because now that she's leaving Cody, she would have had to share that property with him. The fact that she has been working these other businesses, she would have had to give up that income to Cody. So I think whatever problems they're having with Robin, I don't think it's because of the wives leaving. I think it's because of the fact that Cody is worried about finances, and Robin wants to continue to live a lifestyle that she lived when the other wife was there, where she was the favorite housewife and she was very financially well taken care of, while having to put in very little resources into the family pot. And this is where their problem lies, I think. So they have this conversation where Christine brings up, apparently they did this personality trait sort of review or assessment. And so it brought up everybody's personalities. And it seems this is where, or this was also fuel to the fire that was Christine and Robin's relationship, in the sense that as a result of that assessment, Christine told Robin that, it's saying that you are someone who likes drama, someone who follows drama, someone who likes to sort of insert yourself in people's drama. And apparently they talked about it, and Christine thought they'd got over it, but it seems Robin didn't get over it. And Christine says, I don't trust Robin, because I think Robin used to go behind the wife's backs. Whatever they said, she would run back to Cody and sort of tell Cody what the wives were saying. And this is why people ended up having toxic relationships with Cody, because he was being fed all this information by the wives, which I think prior to Robin coming into the family, they were able to share and not go back to Cody. And so I think this is why all the wives don't have any trust when it comes to Robin. Janelle says she doesn't have a relationship with Robin. She doesn't come out right and say, I don't trust her. But Meri says she doesn't trust Robin because of the catfishing incident. And also, apparently, Robin had a friend who used to feed her information about the catfishing incident. I still believe that Robin was involved in that somehow. Not that her friend was feeding her information, but she was involved in it somehow. And I think she's the one who added fuel to the fire that broke down Meri and Cody's relationship. Yes, they had issues, but I think with her sort of going back to Cody and telling him information of what was happening, it's one of two things. Either Cody and Robin came up with this catfishing incident to get rid of Meri and sort of got someone to catfish Meri, or they were involved in sort of a lot of the details or the planning of it. And so I understand why the wives don't trust Robin. It seems like a common theme. I don't even think the children trust her, because it's evident that she goes back to Cody and sort of regurgitates everything she hears. And for her to be asked about the incident with this assessment, she says, oh, I don't even know that. I don't even know that. And then she's reminded, oh, yes, but I didn't fill it in. Everybody else filled it in. Because Meri and Janelle said, yes, when they did the assessment, it sort of highlighted who they are, or part of who they are as people. They acknowledged that. Janelle said, I was told I was the peacemaker. Meri just said, yeah, it had a lot of my traits in it, but she didn't identify what they were. Robin was refusing. No, I didn't fill it in. If it was filled in, it was filled in by somebody who thought they knew me, and yet Christine didn't know me. And it's like, how do you know Christine is the one who did it? Have you been told that it was Christine? And also, Robin, she likes to use tears to get out of trouble when her lies are sort of not matching up, or she realizes she's trying to come up with a lie to cover up another lie that she told, or she's trying to remember the lie that she told last time, so that her lies can align. Meri says she doesn't consider any of these women her sister wives. And she's right. She said, because I'm divorced to Cody, so they're not my sister wives. And besides, my relationship with Robin, I'm still assessing that, because she's now my ex-husband's wife. If I were Meri seems to have moved on. Meri seems to have moved on. She seems to have, it's taken her a long time to pack up her bags, but she's packed her bags. She's moved on. She's down the street. She doesn't even care if the house is burning down, because when she was asked about Cody, she said, well, I don't know. He said he doesn't care about me, so I don't care about him, and I don't bother to care or to even know what's going on. And so I don't get how Robin was upset that, oh, Meri's my sister wife, don't call her my ex-sister wife. She is your ex-sister wife. Don't make it seem that you really cared about Meri and what was going on in Meri's life when you were never there when she needed you. You were never there to support her during her trying times in her relationship. Suddenly you've got tears to shed for her. Please sit down somewhere and keep quiet. We really are not bothered by that. So the conversation about the text thread comes up, and it's interesting that all the three of the OG wives say that this was blown out of proportion. Robin is holding on to it, that she's aggrieved and the children disrespected her. They've never wanted her. They've never wanted her children, but everybody, including Meri, and Meri is very minimalistic with her comments, especially when it's something that doesn't involve her. She tries not to sort of comment on things that are very toxic or that will create drama. She's not that type of person. Well, that's how she comes across to me. And it seems the children wanted to do a gift exchange. I remember they showed sort of flashbacks of it during the season, and And Cody's oldest son, Logan, had tried to arrange this with his siblings. And so I don't know how Robin got involved and why she insists, well, we wanted to do a video call because my children don't remember their siblings. And it's like, well, don't you think maybe you need to start with the siblings that are closest? Savannah goes to school with your daughter and your daughter doesn't talk to Savannah. So maybe try and get your children to know the children that are in sort of where you're living in Flagstaff, and then move outwards. Hunter was correct. Hunter was correct to say one telephone call is not going to change that. If she really wants her children to know their siblings, then she needs to make time to call them outside of this text thread. And I personally don't understand why she was adamant about a video call, because most of Cody's older children are working. They live out of state. They live away from him. There is time differences. They have commitments. They have jobs. They have partners. They have friends. They have all these other things that they need to do in their lives. And so for her to insist that everybody drop everything and make time because she wants her children to get to know their siblings doesn't make sense. What's changed now? During the pandemic, why didn't she do that? The internet was still up and running. Why didn't she take time to get her children to speak to their siblings, maybe weekly, if they were not able to see them face to face? I think, as Janelle said, Robin likes to play victim. She's always wanted to play victim. She's always wanted to be treated the same, or she's always wanted to have the same relationship that the OG3 and their children had. But she doesn't understand, or she doesn't care to understand, that these people spent a decade or more together before she walked in. So she can't walk in and expect everybody to sort of treat her like the princess, the way Cody was treating her. I don't get it. I don't see what all the other wives did that was wrong. Even Meri said it was blown out of proportion. Janelle's children are always going to be outspoken and very honest. This is one thing I like about Janelle and her parenting, in the sense that her children are independent thinkers and they're able to self-advocate. Whereas Christine's children, at times, it's like they're in a sort of, what can I say? In a spin cycle whereby they're just regurgitating what they've heard from somebody else. Whereas Janelle's children actually show that they are very independent thinkers. They are people that are able to rationalize, come up with a concept, and sort of say what they mean and mean what they say. And so, well, that's what I've seen from TV and sort of their personalities. I don't know them as people. And so I get where Hunter was coming from. And now, sadly, I'm Team Janelle, Meri, and Christine on this, because there was no reason for Robin to say, oh, I've spoken to your dad. Why are you speaking to their dad? Can they not speak to their dad? Can Cody not speak to his children? After all, which children is he protecting? So he's protecting Robin's children away from his other OG 13 children? Make it make sense? I don't get it. It seems every week we've been focusing on an individual wife. So next week it seems like it's going to be Christine. Christine talks about, how she met her now husband, David. Apparently they went on 4 dates and she knew he was the one. Amazing for her. If she's happy, I love it for her. I love love. I root for love. The only thing I'll just say is I think he looks way different from Shamar Moore. I thought her crush was Shamar Moore, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys.